Yeah, okay. So, have you watched all the videos of Week 10, or have you completed the assignments?
Not completely, just partially some because not able, because of the keys to they are wearing that loop, so not completely,
Okay.
but yes, half of the
That
gone.
practice assignment have you done? That PPS of week 10?
Not still not completed.
Okay. So, let we discuss then PPA
Yes,
first.
yes, it will be better to discuss some basic
Assignment question.
basic thing, basic theoretical part and some assignment parts.
Okay.
So overall things will be get clear there. I think extension also there for the week assignment 8, 10.
Oh, deadline is already extended, I think.
Yeah, I was just in the dashboard they said that up to 8th of December they are said.
Okay. So B10 basically is the file related to the file, how we can just interface with the file from the program, and how we can read the data and how we can write the data in the file. Okay, so basically these two operations are there with the file, and after reading the data, we normally process the data as we are doing in the previous week. Okay, so that things are the same, but only the things are how we can read the data and how we can write the data in file, how we can create the file. So that's are the main things in the file file handling things. Okay, so I'm opening some PPA, then I will discuss how we can create the file. Okay. Okay, so first PPA, you can see here. So the first question is related to the write a function create file that accept an integer array and the length of the array as parameters. The function create a new text file named output.txt and writes all element of the array from the start. Each on a new line into the file. So this is basically I'm just writing a basic program here. So how we can create a file and how we can read the file. So I'm just writing was basic program in the Replit. Okay. So use the Replit because I think in the lab this lab part, so professor is also using this Replit team. So you will be familiar if you are not using this. Okay. So it main. Okay, so this is the basic structure of the function, and we will write like return 0. And okay, so what we can do if we want to create a new file, so we have to take one pointer of the type file. So we generally use the file type. Okay, so in capital file, and we will create one pointer for that. So like we can give any name for this. So this is the one pointer for the file. After that, there is a one command to open the file in different modes. So there are some modes also there. So modes means how, in which mode we are opening the file, so what type of operation we want to perform with the file. So that modes is actually defined. So we generally write this line like p equal to, okay, so this p is representing a pointer for the file. Okay, and after that we write this command f open. Okay, so f means file and we are opening this file. After that we just mention the file name. Okay, if we want to create the file in the same folder where our program is exist, so we will just write the name of the file. Otherwise we can write the path. Okay, where our file is exist. So we want to just store one create new file at the same location where our program is exist. Okay, so that location we can check in this side file. Okay, inside this file menu, suppose our file name is like hello, and if we want to give some extension for file like txt, so hello txt. Okay, and after that we will mention the mode, which mode we want to open. So we want to write something in this file, so we will just mention w. So w we used for the write, and r small r we used for the read, and a small a we used for the append. So w means we want to create a new file. If file is exist, so we can replace the data. So suppose if we are creating a file and that the same name file is already exist in our folder, so what will happen? So it will not create a new file. It will so that file will remain same, but the data will be removed. Previous data will be removed if we are opening the file in w mode. So okay, so this is the okay. So I think what is showing.
The double quotation, sir.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's see actually. Okay, so okay, so this is the opening the file in w mode. After that, what we can do, we can write something. So how we can write something in the file? So we can use a printf function here. So like f printf, okay, and here we can mention some data like first the pointer p comma, and after that we can write like the hello c programming. Okay, so this is the function for the file. Okay, so if you have already used this printf things, okay, so this is also similar. This time we are writing into the file. So because of we are using this f here. Okay, similar we use the scanf for the reading the data, and here we also use the f scanf, okay, reading the data from file. So there are multiple functions are available to read and write the data from the file. So we will discuss these. So this is the basic one. Print f printf p hello c programming we have write in the file. Now we will close the file. So we will write this like close f close, and we will mention the pointer here p and just close fc. Okay, so this is the basic function to create a file, writing something in the file, and after that close the file. So if we run this, so you can see there is no file exist in the our file folder. Okay, so if we run this, let's see. So you can see one new file is created here, hello.txt, and when we click on this, you can see our data is also available, which we have copied. So hello c programming. So this is the basic code for the creating the file. Suppose if we want to run this program again, now this file is already exist. Okay, so hello.txt, this file is already exist. Now I am writing something else. So hello Python, like, okay, so Python, and I am running the same program again. So what will happen? So you can see our file is already exist, and our code is not showing any error. And what it is doing, it is just removing the data, previous data completely, and writing the new one in the same file. Okay, so hello Python. So this is one w mode. Okay, and there is one append mode. So append is also used to write something for writing purpose. If you want to create a file, and if we want to just write something with the previous data. Okay, so if previous our file is already exists, some data is already available in our previous file, and we want to add some more data without deleting the previous data, so that we use the append. So like we want to write like and hello c. Okay, so previous data is already there, so you can see this hello Python. Okay, now this time we have opened the file in append mode, a mode, and we are writing here and hello c. So if we run this, so you can see that is this new statement is added in the previous one, hello Python and hello c. This time this previous one is not deleted. So this is the things you can create the file, and how we can read the data. Okay, so now I'm using the same thing, so I'm making this as a comment, because some data is already there. Now how we can read the data. Okay, so same things. Now we will write the same we will use the pointer and f open, and we will give the name dot txt, and we will just use the read mode here this time. So r, oh, same mistake, r. Okay, so now how we can so this is a string, so we have to take some strings variable here to print this. So this file is open now. Okay, so now I'm using one string, so like char care, and I'm giving some name s and giving some size 100. Okay, so I've created one string array here, and I want to just read the data in this strings. So we can write like this: f scanf scanf. Now we will pass the name here. So like how we can pass the things. So we will pass this p. So let me just check some order. Yeah, so 7 to 8 constant characteristic and format. Okay, so file name and string. Okay, so what string we have? This s, and I think one more parameter is required. Okay, let me check. So say I think 100. Scan okay. So 3 percentile s and s. So let's see what it is showing. It is showing any data. Okay, so it is showing something. One more data is missing, I think.
Formatted quotations.
F comma that
Formatted.
oh yeah, format one, yeah, that s, correct. So p and that s. Okay, so what that type of data we are reading and that format we are giving, and here pointer we are giving, and this string we are giving to just mention that uh, that data will be stored in this strings s. Then we will print this. So you can see that this scanf is actually read the data only till first space. It if it is it found that any space in the string, so that will stop. Okay, it is not reading complete data. So what we can do, we can just use one while loop here. So like while, okay, and we can write like this. Okay, so one printf we have used here, scanf percentile. Okay, so with this. So now you can see that all data are coming in this form, but we will use this like space. Now we can write the data. So you can read all the data in this manner. So hello Python and hello C. Okay, so this f scanf is basically used the data till only the space part. Similar for scanf, if you want to read the data from the input from the user, okay, and if you are using this scanf things, and if you are reading the input data from user, so that will only read the data till first space. So remaining part will not be read by the this scanf things. So same happen here. So it is first reading the data of the first space. Yeah. So it reads the first word completely, then that found one space, so that stops. Okay. And now we are using this while loop. So we every time we are checking if this is not equal to EOF. So EOF is a term actually used for the end of file. Okay, so this function is basically return EOF if this pointer is not equal to EOF, then there is no content after that. So at that time it return the EOF. So we will check this condition and we will just print the data. So all data will be printed. Okay, so first problem I in the PPA is related to this. So here you can see that we are asking to write a function to create file. Yeah, I think solution is already there. Okay, let's check. Okay, so here one function is given create file. Okay, and we need to write this function. So int n, this is just check the definition of function that accept an integer array and length of the array as parameter. Okay, and the function create a new text file named output.txt. Okay. So what is this? So here actually first thing this function is not correct. So I am removing the all code. I don't know where this code is coming. So what we will do, we will just create the same things here which we have just written. So we will take one parameter, so this pointer type. So file and stick like f, and we will create a file according to the requirement. So f equal to open, and then we will give the name. So what name is asking? Output.txt. So output.txt, output.txt, and we are creating this file. So we will just use the write mode here, w. Okay, and inside the function also we will write the parameter which we are getting. So create file, inside this file, so we are taking one array. So we can just give one integer array, so like arr, and the size of this array. Okay, so int n. So these are two parameter. Okay, so now file is created. So what we need to do, we need to read the data from the array, and we want to write the data in our file. So we will use the loop here. So for int I equal to 0 and I is less than of the n. Okay, so size of the our array is n here, and I plus plus. Okay, and inside this file you will only use this fprint. So fprint printf, and we will just mention this first file f, and what type of data we are printing here. So we will just mention the specifier, so %ld, and we will print all the data in new line. So we'll use this /n and comma, then what variable we will pass. So arr and this I. Okay, so and this is the printing statement. After that we will finish the operation. So we will just close the file. So f close. Okay, So this is the program to create the file for this code. So we have just opened the file in write mode. We are using the one loop and we are printing the data one by one from the array. So what data we are reading from array, we are printing, and every line we are printing in new line. Okay, every data we are printing in a new line. So we are using this /n. And let's check. So some error is there. Check. So output is f open. It not only open, f open. Okay, still error is there. So f close, we did not pass this f here. Okay, now you can see that this data is meshed because suffix code is actually reading the same file and printing the data. So here we are creating the file, okay, and we are just writing the data into the file and the hidden suffix code. Okay, so you can see there is no code is visible to you, but some hidden code is there, and that code is actually reading the same file again and printing the data. So you can see the output is coming same. Okay. So this is the basic one, first one to create file. Similarly, we can read the file and we can print the read the data. So you have already seen here how we can read the data. Okay, so we can use this scanf things and we can print the output. Okay, any query in this first column? No query. Okay, let's move to the second one, PPA2. Write a function named contain string that takes a string value as input from the user and checks whether is file name notes.txt contain the string value or not. The function should return 1 if the input string exists in the file as 0. Okay, so here, okay, here some see what is there. Okay, so function name is contain string. Okay, so we are writing this function and we need to check that our input data is exists in our file or not. Okay, so that input things we will read. So let me check the input pattern here. So hi, some file data is there and we are giving some input like this hi hello, and we are checking that hi is exists in our file or not. If exists, so we will return 1, otherwise 0. Okay, and length of the input string will not exceed 15 character. Okay. So first thing is we will just create one string variable. Okay, so string variable for like s, and we will give some size. So according to the statement, 15 character size is given. So let's use more than 15. Okay. So now we will read this data from user. Okay, so like we can like this. So for reading the data from input, we can also use this f get s. Okay, and same things we can also use for the reading the file. So and what are the changes here? So s things, this is the strings where we will store the data, and what size of data we are reading. So we are just giving some maximum size here, 20 like, and we are reading the data from user. Okay, so here we will write like stdin, standard input. So by this line we can read the data from user. So same fget. And after that, what we will use, so we need to return one state, that one or zero value, based on that our output, if our data is exist or not. So we can take one variable like f equal to 1. We are just setting this equal to 0. So that means if f equal to 0, that means our data is not found. If any time we found the data, so we will just update this to 1, and we will return this as a result to the main function. Okay, so this is the input part. Basically we are reading the input from user. After that, what we will do, we will just open the file, and now we will create same pointer, file f, this pointer f. Okay, and now we will open the file. So f equal to f open, f open, and file name was notes.txt, and we are reading the data, so we'll use this R mode. So now file is open. So what we can do, there's one more thing in the file opening. We can also validate that if file is exist or not. So sometimes maybe file name, if we mismatch the name by mistake. So if file is not exist, so some how we can just maintain the error. Okay, so in this case, if this file is not exist or not open, so that function is actually return the null. Okay, so we can also check this. So if our f equal to null, okay, we can write anything like print f file is not exist, and return 1 like. Not return 1, we can just stop here. Okay, else. Okay, if f is not equal to null, that means file is opened, some pointer address is stored in the f. So now we will use our operation. So in this case, else part, so here actually we will create, so our file maybe contains many number of lines. Okay, so when we are using this f get s, so this is also a reading function, so where we can use this function to read the data from file, but that function is also read only till end of the line. So at a one time it only read one line. After finding out the new line characters, it stops. So we just repeat the process again. So we don't know how many characters will come in the one line. So we can take one buffer, or we can take any strings array again here. So we can just use one carry buffer, and we can take some size like 250 character. Okay, so this is also a string. We are just giving the name of buffer, because we will read one line at a time, and we will store that line in our buffer, and after that we will perform the comparison operation, and we will check the data, what if our data is exist, which is already available in s. Okay, so after doing this, so now we will use the while things. Okay, so while, because we will read all the lines in our file, and we will use the same function. So f get s, and this time we will use this buffer, and what is the size, so we can just give this like 250, and this time we are reading the data from file. So file, we will mention the name file f. Okay, and we will mention the condition here is if this is not equal to null. We'll repeat the process. Okay, so this function is basically return the pointer of the first line, okay, then second line, then third line, in this manner. If our line is not exist and file is finished at that time, so it will return null. Okay, so this is a pointer because because of that it stores the null. So inside this function, this loop, now we will check our condition. So there is one string function str. So that actually check if any substring is exist in our main strings or not. Okay, so that function we will use here. So if str str, okay, and inside this function we pass this buffer first, our total string, comma, what we are searching here. So we are searching s, okay, and this is also same thing, does not equal to null here. No, not this. Second, what was the, okay, yeah, null, correct. Null. Okay, so if this s string which we are searching in our file data, if this is not exist, it will return null. Okay, so we will check this does not exist null. So if this condition is not true, that means our string is exist. Okay, so this is the opposite condition here. So if this condition is exist, now we will set our flag. So this f equal to 0, which is we have used for the return data. So now this is initialized to 0. If this condition is not true, then we will set this as a f equal to 1. And we will also break, because we are only looking that if this string is exist or not. So we are not looking that how many times we are repeating this type of things. Okay, if this string is found at any one line or two, maybe at the first time, so we will just check that if, yeah, this is exist, and we will stop the process. So we will use this break here. Okay, so now this is the function, and after that we will return the output. So return statement we will use here, like return f. So let's running the code. Keep it first here. There are conflicting types of f. Oh, file name and flag, both we are using the f here. So like leg flag. So place this exist break print statement. Function contain string type warning return make integer from pointer without a cast. Function a o place, yeah, like. Okay, now you can see the test case are passed. Okay, so now we can just revise the code here again. So what we are doing in the code, so care, we are taking one strings s, we are just giving the some size 20 here, and we are reading this string from the user. So what string actually we want to search in our file. After that, we are setting one flag equal to 0. That is basically if our data is found, then we will return 1, otherwise 0. After that, we are setting one pointer for file, and we are opening the main file notes.txt in read mode, and we are checking if this f equal to null. So in some case, if this file is not open in any by any region, so that function is return null value. So that we are validating that if this file is f is equal to null, we are printing the data sum. Okay, file is not exist. Otherwise, so what we are doing, we are taking one other strings array. This is why we are taking this, because we are reading line by line data from the file, okay, by this get s function. So in one line, maybe many characters may be there, so we are just taking one some size, okay, like 250 here. And when we are reading this data, okay, so using this f get s, so we are reading the data of maximum length 250 character from this file f, and we will store into buffer. Okay, so at any time, if this function is not there is no data exist in our file, so it will return null. Okay, so we are taking this condition. So we will repeat this process until we are getting some text in the file. At any time, we will check this if str. So this is one string related function. So by this function, we can check if our string, this s part. Okay, so this is the part which we want to search, and this is the part where we want to search. Okay, so actual text and the searching text. Okay, so it will return the first occurrence location. Okay, the first occurrence location of s in our buffer text. Okay, if this not equal to null, so that means it is returning some location of the occurrence. If it is equal to null, that means if this s is not exist. So in this case, if this condition is not true, that means our data, this string s is founded in the buffer strings. And in this case, we will just set this flag equal to 1, and we will break the process. Okay, so we are using this break, so this while loop will terminate at the same time. So this is representing that our data is already founded. Now no need to check the remaining part. And after that, we are just returning this flag. So what flag value we have? If the after completion of this process, if our data is not founded, okay, so in this case, this flag will not be set to 1, and that 0 will be returned to the main function. Okay, otherwise this flag equal to 1 will be returned. Okay, so in the by using this, we can compare the strings also. Okay. Any query in the second problem?
So suppose a user giving a line for checking that same line is existing in that whatever the complete text given, will this program work?
Yeah, it will work. So what size we are taking here, this s string? So we are reading this, reading the data from this f get s. So basically, this str function checks the substring exist or not in the another string. So if we are passing some substring, including the space or any things, so that we are looking into the main file.
Okay. But even a small space is there in addition, it will not consider as a same string, correct? In that case.
Yeah, that will not be matched. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So if suppose if any file is like, if any string is like hello C, okay, and another string like hello space C, and we are looking this string into this string, so this will not be matched. Okay, because we are looking the same substring, exact same.
Okay. Okay.
So there are many ways to check these things. You can also use the f get c, and that function also that actually reads the data character by character. Okay, so you can use the while loop, and you can just compare the character by character, so that you can also use to compare the string. So but if some things is already available in the strings library, this, so you can be directly use this. Okay, next pp3. Okay, so this pattern related, so this is one pattern which we want to print in the file. Okay, so how we can print? So first thing, we are giving one integer input 3, and we are printing this into a file. So this slash slash this is open slash backslash, and in last line we are printing this on only simple v. Okay, okay, function name is already given as a template, so you can start your code by this function. One second. So okay, what we doing? Input from the user enter integer representing the size of v button. Create a pattern in the shape of v using backslash forward slash the letter p. Add this pattern to file. Each line in this file represent a row of the pattern. Okay. So same things we are. So any file name is given. Oh, file name is passed actually in the function. So what we are doing actually this time, we are printing simply line, but in the line actually we are printing printing some pattern which is looking like this v character. Okay, so suppose our input is so in the first line, suppose this 3 is input, and then what we will do, we will write the first line. So in first line actually, so we are first we are typing this character. After that we are typing some space, blank space, and then we are printing this close. Okay, so this is the first line. All are actually characters, so we will just write this file character by character. So we can use here this f get c or f put c, that function. Okay, in next line we will just adjust the size in. So first that will be space, and second will be that character. Okay, this backslash, and this only 2, and then okay, then there is one space. Okay, length will remain same of the each line. Okay, and next line there are 2, then 1, like this 3. Okay, so in every line we are printing, suppose if size is 3, then we are printing this, so that 3 into 2 minus 1, so that we can use here, so 5. So in the first line 5 character is there, so 1 1 2. Okay, now printing 1, then 2 3 4 and 5. So this is the first line, then second will be like this. Okay, space, then third okay, so next one will be 2 and then v, only v, and 2 space. So all are character here, so this is also a character, this is also, and this is empty space. So we will repeat this process by loop. So we can use nested loop here, because we are just going line by line, and every line we are printing some characters. So if we will start from this pattern, so we can use this input. Suppose if n equal to 3, then we can use this 2 into n minus 1. So this size we can take, and we can reduce the things or reduce the characters position by the loop. Other the remaining program will be the same, so we are simply writing in the file. So what we can do, so okay, so first thing, we can take one variable like size, so int size, and we will calculate the max length of the each line. So by using this to 2 into n minus 1. Okay, after that we will repeat the process, same things. So, and we need to open the file also. Okay, so first we will open the file. So file asterisk like f, okay, and f equal to open, and this time our file name is already passing the input, so we will use the same here, f open, and we will use the write mode. Yes, write mode. Okay, so now file is open, and we close also in the end, close this f. So inside this, now we will use that nested loop. Okay, so for first loop we will use for the line, how many lines we want to write. So line will remain the total n equal to n. Okay, so we have already seen the sample, so you can see if input is 3, you can see 3 line is printing. Okay, so that line will remain same. If 4 line is there, so total 4 is printing. Yeah, so int I equal to 0 and I is less than equal to so okay, size, and last line, okay, last line is v, so we will use here this n minus 1. So we are taking one less line. Okay, so because in last line we will specify we will this print only v characters, so we are not including that line. We will write this in the separate. Okay, so this is the first loop or that I plus plus. In second loop we will use the another loop, so that will be the for the character, each line characters. So that j loop we will use, so j equal to 0 and j will run till less than equal to size, so that we have already calculated here. So this size, so size we will use here, and size plus plus. Okay, this is the nested loop. Now first okay, so when we are writing the first line, okay, so first line, the that slash character is coming at the first place and last place. So how we can validate these things? So what we can do, we can just relate this character. So we will use this j first. So because j we are using to write the each character in the line. So here we will check this if our j equal to I equal to I. So this is representing basically the start position of the slash. So if our j I equal to 0 and j equal to 0, so this is representing I first line, and at that time we will just print this slash at the first place. Okay, when our I become 1, that means next second line. Okay, so at that time we will put this slash character at as a second character. So because of that we are using this j equal to I condition, and inside this we will simply write a single character in our file. So that function we can use here, f put s put c, f put c. Okay, inside this we will simply pass this so that first this one. Okay, so this is we are printing first time. Okay, so we cannot write in this way because slash is actually a special character that is printed if we want to print this character, so we have to take one more slash. Okay, so this is one special character that represent in the string that if this character is coming, so that will be ignored by the compiler, and this is specific for some tasks. So like we use for the uh, that new line character, tab character, so that we use this slash for that. Okay, so in this case we will use double here, and where we are printing, where we are printing inside the f. So this is, yeah, so this character we want to print in file f. Okay, and we are not using that any space or new line character here, because we want to write the character one by one in the same line. Okay, so this is the first thing according to the first condition. Else if, okay, for the last line. Okay, so now how we can identify the last line? If our j is equal to that size. Okay, so that size minus 1. So that size minus I minus 1. Okay, so this is representing the ending of the line, and for this condition we will just put this okay, this time we will print only this one character. Okay, so by these two conditions, the first that slash and last slash will be printed. Okay, so that we are printing the remaining one, that else, and we will simply print one space character like this. Okay, so this is for the one line. This complete loop is running to write the one line things. So this is the for the first slash, and this is the last slash, and this is the empty part. Okay, the remaining place we will just print this empty part. So once this inner loop is completed, we will move to the second line. So at that time we will print one new line character. So that we will print here new line character, and that is actually slash n. So this is a new line character, so we will move to the second line. So now this process will actually generate one V shape, but you can see we are taking this I is less than equal to n minus 1. So in the last line will not be printed by this loop, and we can use for the last line we can use, or we can also include in the same line, but we have to take many conditions. Okay, so what we can do, if we run this equal to n minus 1. Okay, so what the next line are equal to if no, it will create a problem. Okay, we will take separately. Okay, so this is for the initial n minus 1 line, and last line, for last line we will use the another loop, and so we want to print only one line in the last. So at that time we will use only one loop. So for int that I equal to 0 and I is less than equal to, so how many line we have size, that size, okay, size and I plus plus. Okay, let me check again this thing. So three terms is there. So first 2 3. Okay, Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So if we are reaching at the third position in the row, then we are printing B. Okay. So what we can do, we can write the condition like if if our I is equal to n minus 1. So okay, so then we can print this V character, else the remaining only this space character. Okay. Okay, so this is the, I think, completed code. Let me check. J undeclared. Okay. J and all the things are fine. Oh, that is also, we have to declare int. One of the outputs here. Warning passing argument 1. That character things. Okay, so for character, actually, we will use the single character, single quote. Okay, else if. Equal to this, equal to 0 is less than equal to size I plus plus. If this is okay, if this is fine. One implicit declaration of the function itself. Else if expected. Okay. What happened? V is printed. Okay, let's open this plate. Oh, I think some loop is there. So we are creating the size to n minus 1 file. If we are opening the output file int 0 to n minus 1. I plus plus for j equal to j is less than size. Oh, set is j. Yeah, now it is done. Okay. Now you can see the code again. Okay, so size we are taking according to the input what n value we are getting, and we are just getting this size. So what is the length of the each line actually we are representing? Okay, after that we are taking opening the file. File name is already we are getting in the function write mode, and we are using the first loop for the rows. Okay, number of lines in the file, and each line what how many characters we want to print, we are using the second loop. Okay, so we are taking the first loop one step less, because we in the last step we want to print only one v character in between, in middle part. So so and each line, in the first line we want to print at the first character as a slash and last. In the second line we want to print second character as a slash and second last. So in this manner, so because of that we are using this condition, if j equal to I, then we are printing this f put this. So because this is a slash operator, so this is basically used for the special to print, use for the special character in the string. So because of that, if we want to print the same character slash, so we have to use two continuous slash. Okay, so the first will be uh, uh, that when the compiler will read the first slash. Okay, so that will print the next slash the next character, special character in the file. Okay. So same thing, say when we use this slash that n, so that n is actually not printed, new line operation is performed. So similarly here, if we want to print the slash here this time, so we have to take one more slash before this. And this is the first character condition. This one is the last character condition. Okay, so if j equal to size minus I, so we are also reducing the size from the back. Okay, so every time the position is also shifting to the left side from the end of the slash. Okay, so because of that we are calculating this, and we are printing this slash, and otherwise we are printing simple one space every time. Okay, so this f put c actually write one character in the file at one time, and after writing the all these things, that means all character in the one line, we are printing a new line character. So new line means our pointer will move to the new line to write the next line in the file. And in the last loop, this is basically a single loop, and inside this we are printing the last line of the pattern. And in this pattern, so that middle character should be a v, and the remaining one the empty space. So we are checking this if I is equal to n minus 1. So this n minus 1 is representing the middle character. So if we have that size, so here we are running this loop. Okay, so size equal to 0 to size. So if our size is 5, so that means 0 to 4, and middle character will be that I is equal to n minus 1. So n was 3, so that will be 2. So that means 0 1 2. So n was 3, so that will be 2. So that means 0 1 2, at 2 position v will be printed, and the remaining position, that space will be printed. Okay, so that we are checking here. So that middle part we are printing v, and the remaining part we are printing only space. So that is actually printing the similar type of pattern which is asked in the problem. So any doubt in this code? That PPA3?
Sir, this 35th line, else part, why it is required? If we are not printing, what will be the output?
Okay, so before writing the things, one second. So last line is actually v in the middle part. So still you have to write something to reach at the middle part now.
Okay.
One second, some issue is there in my pen tablet. Okay, so this is not working now. So you can see that this middle v, okay, but before that you have to write something in the file, otherwise you cannot reach in the middle. So we are writing the empty space, so that is also a character. Then we will then you can reach at the middle place, then we can type that v character, but still we have to print the remaining character. So we are following the same length of the each line. So because of that we are printing only v in the middle point, at remaining place that we are printing only that space, one empty space in the loop wise. Okay.
Sorry, I am not getting your point, sir. The last line alone, we are doing space and v, or from the beginning we are starting, and till v, after that we are putting v.
So for suppose we have given this n equal to 3. Okay, so that means 3 line we have to print in the file. Okay, and each line actually we will start for this first we will start for like this. So we are printing this like this type of pattern. Okay, and this is the v. So this is the first line, this is second line, and this is the third line. Okay, in first line, so how many position we will take for the each line? So we will take by this formula, so 2 into n minus 1. So that if n equal to 3, then we will, the length of the each line is 5. So 5 character we want to print in each line. So, but what position should we print for this opening slash and this closing slash for the each line? Okay, so remaining part, this is also a some space. So this is also a character we are printing. This is a empty space. This is the first position, this second, this third, this fourth, and this is fifth. 5 character we are printing in the each line. So this is the first line. In second line, first we will print one empty character. Okay, then we will print this opening slash, and then once again empty character, then closing slash, and then empty character. So total characters are 5. This line also. Okay, in last line, 2 are empty space, then V, and then empty space, then empty space. Total 5 character in the same line. Okay, then we will get this type of V shape.
Okay, sir. But initially, while I reading this question, what I understood is the last one or the third line. What we are putting is a V. What I understood is the combined one of backslash and front slash. So will it the case?
Oh, that one. That no. Actually, here actually we want to match the exact thing. So I think that is mentioned in the question. So you can see create the pattern in the shape of the V backslash. Okay, and forward slash and the letter V. So here this is mentioned that this letter V. We are also using this letter V.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Okay, so for last line we are using this V. You can write that pattern, but actually the test case is configured in different way that will not matched. Output will this will not be passed. So suppose if we change this V, so save will be little bit similar type. Okay, that slash. Oh, 2 character we can't. Sorry. Okay, so in this case, then we can just use the same above one loop equal to. No need to write this loop. So let's check what shape is coming in the output. Oh, that. Yeah, so this some disturbing is happening because that we are reaching at the only one character space. At that time we want to print both 2 characters, so that will actually messing up. Okay, so that is not matching.
Understood, sir. No issue.
Okay, so next PPA4. Okay, so create a program that read text from a specified input file and toggles the case of all alphabetic characters, convert uppercase to lowercase, and vice versa. So the program then saves this modified text into the new output file. Okay, so one input file is there. We are reading the data from the input file, and we are just toggling the characters. So if we are getting this capital T, we are replacing it to small t. Okay, if it's small, then character, and remaining thing is as it is. So this is also a simple. To change the case here, upper and lower, we can also use this ASCII things. Okay, so ASCII things means if we have a small character, then to change to a capital character, so we will just reduce the 32 things. Okay, some ASCII character size is the what is the position difference of the characters, capital A and small a. So that is actually 32 difference. If you have capital characters, so if you add 32 in the capital character, so suppose if you have A, so what is the ASCII code for the capital A? If you add 32 in the ASCII value, that will replace by the small a. Okay, if you have a small character, you can just reduce the 32 value, you will get the capital A. So that ASCII things you can use here. Remaining things we will just use pointer to pointer. So file stick like f1 equal to open f1. Okay, so that is in file, and we are using this opening in read mode. Also open this f2 in write mode. This is a out file. Okay, and because we need to change each character by character, so what we will do, we will simply that read the character one by one from the file. So we will take one variable character type. Okay, so C, and now we will use one while loop. So while, and we will use this function, so that f get C. Okay, that f get C actually reads one character from the file at one time, and what is the input file is f1. Repeat this process until we are not getting equal to EOF. EOF. Okay, so until this f get C is not returning EOF, we will repeat this. And after reading this, we will check what is the character, because we only just replace the that alphabets. Okay, so that alphabet, so lower into upper and upper into lower. So we will check this condition here. So if our character, so if our C character is greater than or equal to small a. Okay, so that a and condition, and C is less than equal to that last character. Okay, check. So first we are checking if our character is small in lowercase letter. So what we will do, we will simply just this subtract 32. Okay, and second condition, else if how we will write this, capital A and capital Z. So this time we will simply add plus equal to. Okay, so we are just changing the thing. So here, if character is small, then we are just adding 32. So we will get the capital letter for that, and we will simply write that character into a another file. Okay, output file. So we will use this f put C. So f put C, and here we will pass this C character in which file? Output file. So that's it. That is f2. Okay, yeah, so this is, now we have to close the file, both files we have to close. F1. Okay, close f1, f close f2. Okay, so yeah, this is one. We are reading character by character using the while loop, and we are just changing the character type and writing into the another file. And after that, we are just Closing the file. Okay, it's done. What been wrong answer?
So file does not have quotation, sir. Double quotation.
This one?
File, in full file, in file and out file.
No, but this is a pointer, na, so we can put as it is. So F1 open, that I have open, F open, read mode, write mode. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Why oh, we are not taking this input, sorry. C equal to that we are missing. So this function is actually read the character and we will save this into C, then we will compare this. Okay. Now output is coming. Okay. This is test file and yeah, so now the characters is changed. Okay, so this the things we are opening the file, closing the file, then we are reading character by character, one by one, until UF end of the file. And each time we are just checking that our character is coming in this range, small a to small z. Then we are subtracting this 32. And if our character is great coming in this capital range, then we are adding 32. Okay, so we will get the uppercase and lowercase like this. We are writing the updated C into the output file.
Sir, why
Mhm.
file name does not have double quotation, sir?
No, actually, this is a variable name. Okay, this is a pointer
Yes,
in
sir.
file that contain the file. So what we can do if we want to give the exact file name, okay, so then we will put into the double quote. But if our file name is stored in some variable, then we can simply pass the variable. Okay, so that actually this variable is actually contain some strings. So in the first place, when we are writing this f open, that some string should be passed as a file name. But here our this variable name contains some string that is representing file name. So we can directly pass this variable name also. Okay.
Show me what main.c, sir.
Hmm?
Main, sir, into main. Show me into main, sir.
No, main is not there. Yeah.
Okay.
Main is actually hidden. Main is there, but that is actually hidden.
Okay.
Okay. So these are the file related thing. So okay, so yeah, you can see then the name of the input file containing. Okay, so that is a different thing. The template is already given in the program in file and output. Same was the previous in the previous question. So next problem is actually a little bit heavy. PP5. Dose of living in the dawa. That thus minimum number of times required to fill it. this is actually binary related problem. So let this discuss on this coming Friday. Okay. Actually, this is a little bit lengthy. And remaining question, if any file related, with simple file related question, if you have, you can ask. So grading assignment question, I think, is related to this simple text file. So let's look. This is the grading one. So this is writing the file. Okay, so this is write function. Just create the file and writing. Okay, into the file this simple string. Second grp2, that is count string. Okay. Okay, so for this function, we can also use the same things which we have that str function. Okay, that function you can use for to solve this problem also. So you can just figure out that if your substring is matched at some place, you can increment some counter and repeat the same process again using some while loop. So same str function you can use to solve this counting the string. Some input is given, input string is given, and this substring we are asking that how many times it will be repeat. It is repeating in the actual file. So you can use the same grp3. This is simple read file. So we have some input data, and we are reading this data from the file and printing simply. This is also easy one. Word count in the text file. Okay. So to word count also, how the word is actually separated. So word is separated by some single space or slash n operator. Okay. So you can simply count this single space and slash n characters. So if you what you can do, you can simply run character by character one loop which we have just shown. So use the read f put that f get c, read each character one by one and count the that empty character. Okay, but also check this condition if two empty characters are coming uh, continuously. So do not include that as a word. Okay, so in this problem, so if single space is coming, that consider as a one word, that is separating actually two words, so we can count as a word. But if continuous space is coming, that you can neglect. So only just count the this single space and that slash n. So slash n is only for the moving to the next line. So if you are reaching at the first line ending, then slash n character will come. So that is also separating two words, the last word of the first line and first word of the second line. So that things you can use here.
So in that case, we have to count using full stop also, right?
Full stop is, I think, okay, let me move back. Before. So full stop is also coming at the end of the line, no? Or maybe in between it can come. What happened? It is not okay. Yeah, full stop. Actually, full stop will always be come with some word. Actually, okay. So that no need to check.
Okay.
Because after full stop, one space will come, then next word will be start. So this full stop will combine with some word. So this is not separating two word actually, continuous. Okay.
Okay.
So no need to check this full stop. Only check that empty space character. But you have to apply some condition to ignore continuous two empty. That thing. So empty space.
Okay.
So that two characters you need to count in this. and this is related to some data operation. So some CSV file is given, which is separated by this comma. So here you can use some str toke, that one, there's one string function that actually we can pass the string and we can pass this delimiter that is actually separate the line. After separating, you can take one structure for this. So I think struct is not given here. So you can create a one structure array for this, and store each this data in our structure. Okay, just create one structure student like, and take two member, name and marks. Okay, so read this data from the file line by line and store this information. So like this first part is the name and second part is the marks in our structure array. After storing this data in our structure array, then you can just apply the things what is asking in the question. Function print the student name, those who have the highest marks. So that means once you store all the data in array of a structure, then you can simply compare the marks and you can identify which marks are the highest. After that, simply repeat the same loop again and just check which student contain the highest marks, and then print the name. So this is the process. Only in this function, one new function you have to use, that str2, that actually split the string by some delimiter. Okay. So after splitting this, then you can simply separate, read the data, that first part and second part, and store in some place. So this is the fifth one. Okay, so week 11 we have just theory things. Okay, so week 11 we are not giving any programming assignment. So some basic theoretical part related to this macro and preprocessor thing. So this is the last week of the programming. So okay, so maybe on Friday, so that remaining question, if this grading question, we will also discuss. Okay. Any query, if anyone?
Sir, simple program we got to write, sir.
Simple program?
We got to write and tell me, sir.
Where?
Simple programs and own simple programs. Put C and get C, get S. So like how to get input and output, how to write input and out, like that. Sir.
File related, you are asking?
Yes, sir, file related.
Okay. That has input load .h. Okay. So simple, basically first I am creating one new file. First I am removing the previous file. Okay, so there are many files stored. What text delete. So first thing, to read or write the file, we use this file pointer. Okay, asterisk. We can give any name like F1.
Yes, F8. Okay, F1.
Okay. After that, we can open the file.
F open.
F1 equal to
F
at
open.
F open, and we give any name which we want to create. So like data.txt. Okay. And we want to create this file and we want to write something. So
write first, write and then create.
Yeah, right. Suppose if we want to, so do you want to write some things by which command? So there are actually three commands generally we used. So one is f printf. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And second one is like this f put c, and third one is f put s. Three command we have to print something in the file. So f scanf we can also use, so that f scanf, sorry, printf. Okay, so printf
Can we do, sir, one thing there?
Hmm?
Instead of hard coding some any line there, can take the input from the user runtime and put it in the file? It's possible.
Hard coded from?
No, you, whatever you are writing it there, we're just giving some text or string there, na? So at the runtime, we asked user to give the
from user. Yeah, that we can also do, no? So that we can use the another input type. So like f that gets.
okay
Get s.
get s.
Okay. So that we can pass. So we have to take some string here.
Yeah, we need to string string.
First, we have to read some data. Okay, so from the like that char that s like 100. Okay, and we want to read the data. So that s first thing, and then second thing is this 100 size I can give here. This is the size, and third one is the stdin, standard input. So this is the command where we can read the data from user. Okay, after that what we can do, we can simply write this into the file. So f put s, and we can give here this first thing file string. Okay, so that first name is become command. So that file name, so f1 comma that string output put is the size that is, or I think this s will come at first place and that f1. Okay, let's check this here. So let's run this. EOF what happened? Yeah.
You missed that semicolon at the end of return 0.
Okay, it is not showing error.
Yeah, it's not showing.
Wait, or what we can do, we can also read scanf. But in scanf, there is one problem. Percentile s s.
STD in.
Hmm?
STD in, scan of STD.
No, this is simple. This simple scanf. Okay. It is not stopping. Scanf. Thing is missing. Scan f this should be stop. Okay, see here, check. See what this. I think some issue is there with the applet. They're not reading anything.
Just put a printf statement to user to give the input some before scan up.
Look, but that should stop actually on the scanf symbol, no?
Yes. So that's why I'm telling that. Yeah. So one single statement, put in number or something.
You can see output is.
Yeah, it's something different.
Simple program is not running now. So
There's some giving some error there.
it is not giving any error. It is simply running and the applet disk is full. No program is running actually. So maybe some issue. No, it is working. Okay. And if you want to read scanf, it is it is taking now. Okay, so we'll create one file here, scanf. So like file strict open like data txt and into write mode. Okay, now we can print this thing. F puts puts. First part is string and second part is file. Okay, and then close. F1. Okay, so suppose hello. We print this. So you can see that data.txt is coming, and now hello is printed inside. So it takes some space input. Okay, so like hello C programming. So this time only hello will come. You can see only hello is come. We can remove this. So this is the problem with this scanf. Let's use this f scanf. So this is for the file, but we can also use this f get s. So f get s, where we can give this string name s comma and like size 100 comma that stdin. Okay, and now this is C programming course. Okay, so if we check this, so now you can see that all string is coming in the file. Okay, so you can use this if you want to take input which contains some space. So use this std, this one is the file, the main file. Okay, so you can use this fget s, this s string where we want to store the data, what size we want to take, maximum size we can give any. Okay, and this standard input, so we are taking some input from the user, so we are giving this. So after reading this data, so that data will come in our string, and then you can open the file in write mode and f put s. So same string we can pass into the f1, so that will completely write into the file. Okay, so this f get s and f put s is basically to read the line with spaces. Okay, and it, when we read the data from the file and that contain many number of files, so only for one line will be come in the output. So let's like I mentioned two file. Okay, so this is Python course. So in this case, if we want to read this, so I'm just opening this file into read mode now. Okay, and now I want to print this. So what we can do, we can simply use this fget now, like this. So print not x. Okay, I'm writing one time this. Okay, so this time I will pass this file f1 here. So that data will come in our s string. Now if you want to print this in the output, so printf percentile s and then that s. Okay, so you can see what output is coming. So only one line is coming. Okay, this is a C programming course, but our file contain two lines. This is Python course. So how we can read the all line? So if we write the same statement again, so like if we will repeat this, so you can see, now you can see after reading, so this first statement is reading first line. Okay, and it found one new line character, then it stops, and it will store the data in s string, and we are printing that string s. So the first line is printing by the first two line. After that, the pointer is actually already moved to the end of the first line. So second line will be started. So at that time, we are again reading the data from the file. So second line will be read at this time. So at this time, we are once again we are printing the same thing. So second line is printing in the output, complete line. So similarly, there is one f put s and that 1. Okay, so you can also use that f put that f get c. Okay, so f get c, that is actually return only one character, so that f s s comma f1. I think that yes. What happened to many argument? Okay, so now, so here we have to take like char c. So that actually function return the character. Okay, so we have to take like this. So c equal to gets. So in this case, if you want to print this c, so you can see what output will come in the file. So only first character t, you can see only one character is coming. When we are reading the data from file using this f get c, so get c means get character, and when we use this f get s, that read the complete line, and get c read only one character. So same things, we can use the loop if we want to read the complete data. So we can write like this. So while this, okay, so c equal to that get c, sorry, not get c, f1. Get c. This is completed here. Okay, does not equal to does not equal to EOF. Okay, and inside this we can write this print C. So you can see all characters are printing and all a file is printed here. So you can also use so one T is missing because we have already read one character in the above. Okay, so we will remove the, now you can see, so the complete data is now printed. So by this loop we are actually reading one character at a time, and we are running this loop until we are getting this EOF, so end of the file, okay, from this function. So at that time we will stop the process. So we are reading like T, H, I, S, then space, then I, S in this manner. So you can read all the character by character data also.
Here end of file means what exactly is checking it there?
End of file means when that pointer is actually reached at the last line. So that that returns some information. So this is the end line. There is no character remaining
Further there.
Yeah, so that is actually that information is returned to this function. So this is the a symbol to represent the end of file. So this EOF actually represented. Okay. So here actually we are reading the data. So if no character is remaining, so that actually EOF is returned. In the remaining methods, when we use this f get s, so at that time actually that is returning one pointer of a string. So we cannot use that not equal to EOF. At that time we will use that does not equal to null. So pointer only contains this null value or address value. Okay, so this EOF is actually representing some character, which is so if no character is exist, so in the file, so that EOF this as a character will return. Okay, so this is not an address or something. Okay, so this f get c, so these three functions you can just play around them and just look how we can read the data and write the things using this three. Okay. Yeah, Chitra, okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Anything else?
Nothing, sir. Just let us go to us.
Okay. Okay, thanks. Then,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
yeah, bye.
Okay.